All right. This is not a power stance. Have you ever dreamed that you could glide or soar? Imagine that you're in front of a crowd of millions of people and they all know your name. Now, imagine that some of these people have mentored you, some of them have hindered you, some of them are friends, some of them are family. Now imagine that all of them have came to watch you showcase your talent and that you're arguably the best athlete of all times. You influence other athletes across the board. Well, this is for a young man born in February 17, 1963 in Brooklyn, New York, by the name of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. This became a reality. He not only played in the NBA, but he forever changed the game of basketball as the way we know it. The game of basketball as we know it. Although I've never actually met Michael Jordan, I was very inspired by his story and I loved watching him play basketball. I developed a love for basketball when I was between the third and fourth grade summer when I played at a youth league at the YMCA. I remember watching Jordan score over 60 points in one game against the Cavs. And from that point on, I loved basketball. I quickly developed an addiction to watching Michael Jordan on the court. It was almost like, for me, like watching a magician do magic, you know? So I studied all his moves, his timing, his mannerisms on and off the court. Because I mean, who didn't want to be like Michael Jordan, you know, whenever they played basketball? I admired all his hard work, and I looked up to Jordan from probably that age, probably to our mid-teenage years when you become, you know, your own person by then. So Michael Jordan's road to success wasn't an easy road. It started out with a lot of disappointments, but he fought through the adversities to find success on and off the court. He made significant contributions to the game of basketball. He redefined the roles and the positions and set the precedent for the attributes needed to be a successful athlete, not just a basketball player. He also set a good example to start your own business and make a profitable empire. Now, there are a few things that influenced Michael Jordan to be the world's best basketball player. When he was 7 years old, he moved from New York to North Carolina. He was really close to his dad, who loved basketball. He had an older brother named Larry, who was a really good basketball player, and he wanted to follow in his footsteps. And this is according to NBA.com. Now, Michael went to Emsley A. Langley High School in Wilmington, North Carolina, and he was cut from his basketball team as a sophomore because he was too short and he was too skinny. Too short was 5'11", and he was too skinny. I'm only 6'1", so I can imagine what they would say about me. And I'm a grown man. He was, 14 as a sophomore? So, he was determined to make the team. So between his summer of his sophomore and junior year, he grew from 5'11" to 6'3", and made the varsity basketball team. His senior year, he was voted the McDonald's All-American and scored a triple-double every game of the season. When he went on to play college basketball and went to the NBA. In college, he averaged 13 points a game, and he scored the game-winning shot in the 1982 NCAA championship. But he was still overshadowed by his teammate and future Hall of Famer, James Worthy. James Worthy. Anyway, so Jordan continued to strive for excellency. He ended up playing for the USA basketball team as a junior in college and led them to the gold medal. So he declined to play his senior year, and he entered the NBA draft, where he was picked third in the first round by the Bulls. Everybody knows the story of the Bulls. He went on to lead them to 6 NBA titles. He won he was the leading scorer in the NBA for 10 years straight. He led them to, he was the MVP for the NBA 6 times. And he also was only the second player to score 3,000 points in one season. Jordan retired from basketball and he started to expand his Jordan brand. The first time he retired was in '93, whenever his dad was murdered, when he was out fishing or something, and he ended up getting robbed and getting murdered. So Jordan, being close to his dad, he retired from basketball. The second time, he came back after he played for the minor league baseball for a few years. And then he came back in 1995 and retired again in 1999. He came back for the last time in 2001 and played for the Washington Wizards, and then he retired from that in 2003. Magic Johnson said that there's Michael Jordan and then there's the rest of us. But Jordan was a very humble athlete. So Jordan said that he didn't believe there was any perfect basketball player, or he said he didn't believe there was one greatest either. He said everyone plays in different eras. I built my talents on the shoulders of someone else's talent. I believe greatness is an evolutionary process that changes and evolves from era to era. Without Julius Erving, David Thomas, Walter Davis, and Elgin Baylor, there would be no Michael Jordan. I evolved from them. Michael Jordan expanded his Nike career, or he expanded his Jordan brand with Nike. According to Forbes, the terms of Jordan's current deal with Nike are closely guarded, but he annually makes, off just the royalties, $60 million a year. Just off the royalties. The brand, or how about this? Does anybody remember this commercial, Like Mike? If I could be like Mike, we used to sit there all the time with Michael Jordan's patented fadeaway. Well, I was in school, man, that was my move. But the brand is still a marketing juggernaut. And it controlled 58% of the U.S. basketball shoe market in 2012. 58%. Michael Jordan made significant contributions to basketball. Like I said, he was not only redefining the roles and the positions, he set examples for future entrepreneurs who want to make a profitable empire. Michael Jordan never broke any laws. He was never a bad sport. He rarely spoke negative about others. He also encouraged the youth to follow their dreams. The main reason I was so inspired by Jordan is because he never gave up, he never quit, and he won. Jordan once said that obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn and run away. Find a way to climb over the wall, go through the wall, or around the wall. And it's because of how inspired I've been by watching Jordan over the years, I've continued to do my education to make a better life for my kids as he did, and hope one day they'll be inspired by me to do the same.